one game away. Blow up. We're playing for something, man. We're playing for something. It's gotta mean something to you. It gotta mean something. Everything you got. Everything you got. Let's finish this.
Do it, fellas.
Let's go.
Let's do it, fellas.
Finish 2-3. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
Look, I'm through with this false persona. I can't do the Mr. Goody two-shoe shit any longer. Y'all check y'all hoes at the door while I'm putting it on her. Feel less responsible for my actions when I say I'm on the edge and these niggas just keep harassing. Killing people I love, man, this shit just a crime of passion. I know this isn't me, boy, stop asking me what didn't happen. I've been talking to my demons, y'all really thought I was capping. Now y'all scared cause you found that I'm really about all the action. Don't do the pretend shit, all of my problems forensics. Tugging the cheek over tension, nice that we can barely mention. I would say I moved on, but I know that shit hard to convince it. I sleep at ease when she pull up like a hardy convention. Never been harder to fit in. I know niggas, no pot to piss in. Needing assistance, also no niggas ran plays with pistons. Both old wisdom. I sleep in silence, knowing everything good with the profit. I checked the summary last month, made 11 deposits. Everything is big up on the boy, feel like Christopher Wallace. Strong arm the game, who gon' stop him? That nigga too brolic. I've had enough of they twisted logic, that shit retarded. I question everything. I made the wrong choice between a paddock or a wedding ring. Hope you catching everything. They get goosebumps when I spit like when a net is seen.
I'm Lamar Jackson. I love the Ravens and I appreciate you giving me an opportunity. Drafted me in the 32nd round, but I repaid you for that. Now, what I'm not going to allow you to do is try to make me feel guilty or try to guilt me into like Lamar is quitting on the team. Y'all quit on me long time ago. So in other words, if y'all want me to come out there and risk injury, y'all need to make it right. Y'all need to make it right because, as a matter of fact, I just saw what happened on Monday night. So at any given moment, this thing could be over for me. Now, as a matter of fact, I talked to y'all in the offseason.
That's true.
I talked to you in the offseason. Since you wanted to be nasty.
Okay.
Since we going to be nasty, Skip, y'all were nasty.
This is nasty.
I'm going to be really nasty.
Okay.
Yo, I'm going to keep it a whole band with you, bro. Yo, this dude Drake got some band. I already knew this. I've been listening to Drake for a long time. Like, people be asking me, like, if somebody asks me, like, yo, what's your thoughts on Drake? I'll be like, bro, all his songs where it feel like he lying, I fuck with him. And any of those 4 a.m., 5 a.m.s in Dallas, Toronto, them shits is hard. He got a lot of tough tracks. When Drake want to rap, he can out-rap anybody. Like, he motherfucker can rap. But I just want to say something, bro. Because Kobe is my favorite athlete of all time, bro. And obviously, R.I.P. Kobe, bro. It's such a shame that you can't rap that verse from Stay Scheming without motherfuckers being like, oh man, you talking about Vanessa. Bro, no, I'm not, bro. We already done established that she was with Kobe shooting in the gym. It's not about him. I understand you got to draw the reference and everything. But listen, bro, we can't change the verse, bro. And that verse was fire. Kobe about to lose 150 M's. Kobe, my dude, I hate it. Had to be him. But you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Huh? But you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Bro, it's not about Vanessa, bro. The verse is not about her, bro. But that bar is just heavy, bro. It's a heavy bar, bro. You could plug anybody into that bar right there, bro. But we just chose to use Kobe, not Vanessa, bro. We were just saying Kobe. It's a tough verse, bro. But Drake got some bars, bro. The Aston Martin freestyle. Bro, that motherfucker got a lot of nice freestyles with quotation marks around it, bro. I fuck with him. Trophies is tough. Like, Drake got some hit. Like, Drake definitely dropped bangers, bro. Drake is a top S tier artist, bro. Because sometimes it might sound like I'm hating on Drake. I'm not, bro. Drake is an S tier artist. J. Cole a S tier artist. Man, Kendrick Lamar A tier artist for me, bro. I got a lot of Kendrick tracks that I fuck with, but nowhere near as much as I fuck with Drake's and J. Cole's, bro. I'm sorry. I know that shit just bothered some people right there. Man, Kendrick better than both of them. To you. And if he is to you, bro, I ain't mad at you for it, bro. We all got a preference, bro. But for one, I don't put nobody over J. Cole except for like the people I listened to growing up, like Hove. And really, that's it. Really, that is it. J. Cole is him. But I think all those artists, Kendrick him too. Kendrick had this track, bro. We ain't here to talk about all that, even though we do be talking about all that. But listen, yo, week 18, yo. First off, picks and predictions video. Shout out to Damar Hamlin. I heard he woke up. I read the reports that he done woke up. He was responsive and everything like that. So it seemed like things gonna be dope. Things gonna be alright for him and his family. So that's great signs. We could get into all the actual like details about players and their contracts being guaranteed and things like that stem off of this type of injury. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. But I saw somebody talk about this. I wish I had known. You know how sometimes I'll take clips and I'll put them in the videos? I did not do that for this one. I wish I did, but I didn't. But I'm not familiar with these people who had this thing, so that's why I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you what's funny. The tweet where it was a tweet with this black man breaking down why this is such a big deal that this kid got hurt, Damar Hamlin, and the fact that the contract's not being guaranteed and all this other type of stuff, and the health insurance and all these policies and things that the NFL is lacking in. Under the tweet, because it blew up, and in the response, the people who tweeted out they like, we a daily show, yada yada yada. I was like, yo, that's hella smart, bro. Like, fuck all this. Hey, let's get them views up. We about to get some new viewers. My people gonna be interested in what we got to say. And bro, shout out to people. Like, listen, one day when I blow up and I'm getting traction and I'm getting opportunities and shit like that to change my life in this field, I just want people to know who I eventually work with one day. Y'all need to appreciate me for not stealing y'all thumbnails. Because I see dudes steal other people's thumbnails on a regular basis on YouTube to get clicks. I see dudes still create thumbnails that look like ESPN and shit like that to get thousands of clicks. Because people gonna click on videos that's got thumbnails that look like it might be an official thumbnail. And it don't take no hard work to go in and steal a thumbnail from all these other shows or to create a fake one. But I just want to say, listen, I play with a different type of code. You know what I'm saying? I go in and I create these thumbnails that I have. Some of them might hit, some of them might not. I pretty much like most of them. I put a good amount of effort into most of all of them. But I'm trying to create my own niche. I'm not trying to go out here and steal people's thumbnails. That shit is hella whack. I just want to put that out there. So I just want to say, one day when I'm big and I'm on these other shows, I just want somebody who listens to this in the future to point out, your boy Saint never stole thumbnails to steal views. Never was in the comment sections of people's videos talking about some, yeah, I talk about this on my channel. Go check me out. Because it would be so easy for me to try to hoe out people and try to go under a Chiseled Adonis video or under an ESPN video or under some official channel and be like a Pat McAfee show and be like, yeah, you should come on my channel. Nah, I'm not even going to hold that. Some people be like, well, if you don't really want it bad enough, nah, I want to get it the legit way. Legit to me. I'm not finna be going in there trying to hoe off of somebody else's success. That's corny. Unless I'm invited into the room by the people who have said success. You got to learn how to do this thing in this game. I also want to point out I had Mexican food tonight, and that ain't got shit to do with what we was just talking about. But I do not like Mexican food, and it was further proven tonight as to why I don't like Mexican food, because that shit was not hitting. I done had street tacos that tasted better than this bullshit that I ate tonight. But that is neither here nor there. Yo, how's everybody doing, man? I appreciate everybody for clicking on the video, for subscribing, watching, sharing, all that good stuff. I appreciate the support. Constantly trying. I haven't checked how many subscribers I have in like a couple weeks. I definitely need to do that. I definitely got to do that. But I appreciate everybody who done subscribe. I appreciate you for giving me a chance to talk sports with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand you got the channels that you already listen to. You got the people who you familiar with. And you don't know me. I'm not big time. So you like, bro, this dude could be talking a whole bunch of crazy shit. This dude could be saying outlandish shit. But I promise you I'm not. This is what I'm promising you if you listening to me. Listen. I do not talk about shit just to be talking about shit. I do not follow trends. I do my research. I watch these games, full games. I am not watching highlights. I can't remember the last time I watched highlights. I legitimately go back and watch full games, and I try to watch as many full games and as much of games as I can on Sundays before I watch any type of highlights. Like, I can't actually, when is the last time I watched a fucking highlight? Because I thought I was just... Right there, I was just being a little bit exaggerative, but now I'm actually thinking to myself, when the last... I need to go back and watch a couple of the highlights from week 17, to be completely honest with you. But it was a weird week. But I am not just on this motherfucker talking. I know I'm not a certified analyst or media, sports personality like the people you might look at on a daily basis, but I promise you, and my setup ain't great. I promise you, I know what the fuck I'm talking about though. So if you rock with me, you help me grow, you're not gonna regret the shit. I promise you, because I'm only gonna grow. And I got a very imaginative mind. I was talking about this movie I'm writing right now. I'm trying to write a script for a movie with my cousin. Dead ass, bro. We lived out one of the scenes today. The shit was hilarious. But anyways, back on topic, bro. I get like that sometimes. But I promise you, I know what the fuck I be talking about. I don't just be on this bitch talking. Now, do I have some? If some of my takes sound crazy to you, it's only gonna sound crazy to you because you might be so far in an opinion that you have. But I'm not just saying shit. Most of the time, if not every single time I have an opinion that might sound wild, I got a lot of great facts and points to back up why I feel the way I feel. I'm not just going on here saying wild shit just to say wild shit to get clicks and views. I ain't that type of motherfucker. That's corny. I want sports to be fun, but I want motherfuckers to be educated. You know what I'm saying? To be informed. And yeah, I'm gonna have my biases on certain players and teams, but I'm gonna always say that. And I'm gonna always say that. Like, I'm never gonna not tell you. Like, my favorite players, Steph Curry, Aaron Donald, like Lamar Jackson. But I'm always gonna speak from the proper size of views and things like that. Like, my bias is not gonna help stop me from speaking from great points of views and being informative. Like, I'm not gonna be so far left on one of my opinions that I cannot see. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I don't like the sports media now. But with all that out the way, and we ain't done that in a long time, we got week 18, bro, for some teams, for a lot of teams. This is the end of the road. This is it. A lot of guys got their lockers packed up, and they ready to head on out. Let me take a hit. This is the last week for a couple teams. Let's run through the teams who, for facts, this is the last week of football for them. The Jets, starting over. The Jets, the Panthers, the Saints, the Falcons, the Bears, the Browns, the Steelers. Where I'm at? The Texans, the Colts, the Commanders, the Rams. I'm saying the Seahawks. Well, now I'm just saying teams that's for factually eliminated right now. The Cardinals, the Broncos, and that is it. Now, it's a couple teams on here that I could have said, but they not actually eliminated yet. But they can be before their game even hit on Sunday probably. Now, we're going to go through all these games. Obviously, we're going to do what we do in every one of these videos. Picks, predictions. I'm going to tell you why I'm making the pick I make. And we're going to do this thing here, all right? All right? Let's get to it. Bro, I was watching the Pat McAfee show today. And he had Stephen A. on there. Bro, Stephen A. cut a fire fucking promo for Aaron Rodgers, bro. And I felt that shit. That shit got me so hyped. I'm like, you know what? Aaron Rodgers going to be vintage Aaron Rodgers on Sunday night. Okay? Matter of fact, let me start right there. The Sunday night football game. The Detroit Lions. They had the Green Bay. If Green Bay went, now, I'm telling you right now, on the last video I said I was not for sure if Green Bay was in a win and you're in situation. They might have to rely on somebody losing. They are not. From what I saw on TV today, if Green Bay win, they are in. Damn it, Green Bay gonna get it done. I'm taking the Green Bay Packers to beat the Detroit Lions. Now, for one, I understand how good Jared Goff done played this year. I came on here and told you that I think he should have been an NFC. He should have been the second quarterback in the Pro Bowl, even though that shit don't matter. I still think he should have made the Pro Bowl as the second quarterback behind Jalen Hurts. However, and as great as he done played, I love it. However, I have not moved on my Green Bay Packers defense stance. I done believed in them all year. I'm not going to hop off of them the last game of the season. In this game, Green Bay is going to show. They've been showing you the last couple of weeks, they've been showing you exactly what I've been talking about. They are going to definitively show you Sunday night why they can be relied on, why they get paid what they get paid, why Jair Alexander gonna follow Amon-Ra St. Brown around the field the entire game. I'm just telling you right now, the best receiver on the Detroit is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is not going to be in this game. They're going to have to make sure they lock down that run for Detroit. And Detroit, they can't stop the run. This is all spelling a recipe for success for the Green Bay Packers. Go out there and do what you did to the Vikings to Detroit. You are more than capable of it. I done said it all year. Once they adjusted, once they hit that switch of we cannot allow Aaron Rodgers to lose these games anymore, and that's no disrespect to Aaron. They just don't have the requisite weapons for you right now, my guy. So you have to take this step back because you can still be good if you let the two running backs lead. And you got to actually trust them to lead and trust Matt LaFleur. Once they took that step back, they have been on a roll. And the defense has rewarded them. Now the defense ain't out there every single other play because the offense going 3 and out. Now the defense ain't out there every other play because Aaron throwing an interception. Now the defense got time to rest. Now the defense can get their legs back under them on the field. On the sideline. Now the defense can go out there with confidence knowing that this offense might not score a shit ton of points, but they can score points. They can move the ball. They can eat up clock. They can go toe-to-toe with some of these other offenses now. That is why I am taking Green Bay to win this game and to get into the playoffs. And like Stephen A. said, I'm not saying it like this, but Aaron Rodgers should see this as, I am Aaron fucking Rodgers, bro. If I get into the playoffs, so fucking help you God. I guarantee you that's what Tom Brady was thinking. I don't give a fuck how I played throughout the regular season. Once I get into the playoffs, it's 0-0 everybody. Everybody's records goes back to 0. That shit that you did in the season no longer matters. What you didn't do in the season no longer matters. If Tom fucking Brady, and this is what Tom's saying, not me, this is what Tom's saying. If Tom fucking Brady, third person type shit, if Tom Brady get into the motherfucking playoffs, it's hell. That's what Aaron Rodgers should be saying. I am Aaron fucking Rodgers, bro. 4-time MVP, the 2-time back-to-back MVP. If I get into this motherfucker, it's hell to pay. They found what they can do on offense. I don't trust their receivers, but maybe Christian Watkins is back. I don't know on that injury, but I don't trust Allen Lazard and them boys, but I trust them to make plays if you let the running backs lead. And I trust the running backs going to dominate. I really think they're going to, because they haven't been used and abused all season because it took a minute for them to make this switch to letting these two run the ball as much as they run it now. So with the defense playing out of their minds right now, and I don't think the defense is in one of them things where they about to shut it off just because I think they've been playing great all year or consistent enough to win games all year. Now they done turned it up a notch, which has coincided with the offense also finding itself now and understanding what they want to go out there and do on the field. So I'm taking Green Bay to win this game. And I do think it'll be a close one because I do think Green Bay will it's not no I'm going full in. I'm going Green Bay to win this one by at least 2 touchdowns. I think they'll go out there and get it done at home. I'm taking Green Bay to win by at least 2 touchdowns. Now that's a Sunday night game. Saturday games, because we got games on Saturday. The first game on Saturday is the Kansas City Chiefs. They head to Las Vegas to take on the Vegas Raiders. This game, I do not think really matters. I don't think the Chiefs can lose first place in the division. I think the Chiefs can lock up first place, actually, if they win this game. So if they win this game, I think they lock up first place in the AFC because I do not think the Bills game and the Cincinnati Bengals game, that's not going to get replayed. That's a wash now. So I don't know how that's going to figure out in the standings. But Kansas City going to finish either first or second in the AFC. I don't really think it fucking matters. But it could, seeing as how they don't have Tyreek Hill and he can play big on the road. I don't know what these other dudes can do on the road. I know what Kelsey and Mahomes can do. But I'm not finna put too much faith in these other dudes. However, with this game right here, I think Kansas City will rest up some players more than likely. So I'm actually going to take the Vegas Raiders to win this game. Because I think Stidham and them boys will be out there still trying to play hard. I don't think Kansas City, and plus Kansas City could have lost the last couple games. They done played with Mahomes and them boys. depending on what is at stake, I don't think they'll have Mahomes and them boys out there. If they get a lead early and Mahomes do play, I think they'll try to get a big lead early, and then they'll sit him out, and then but I just got a feeling that Vegas will find a way to win this meaningless game. So I'm taking Vegas to beat Kansas City. But not because I think Vegas is the better team, just because I don't think Kansas City going to play starters and shit like that. I think they're going to try to use this game to rest up. That's usually what Andy Reid do. So I almost feel like this is about to be a backups game for Andy Reid and the Chiefs, because this is the last game of the season for Vegas, the last game of the regular season for KC. No point in trying to get your dudes banged up before they get to the playoffs. You might as well use this as another bye week, because I don't think Kansas City going unless they get the first place, which is still, I think Andy Reid still not going to play them. So I'm going to take Vegas to win that game. The Tennessee, now this is an important game. Saturday night, the 7-9 Tennessee Titans take on the 8-8 Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. Winning, you win. It's as simple as that. If Tennessee win, they in the playoffs, they win the division. Jacksonville win, they in the playoffs, they win the division. Simple as that. I think Jacksonville will get it done. And Jacksonville going to finish the season over 500 by one game. And they going to win the division like I predicted to start the fucking season. In the offseason, I said, listen, this is not as good a division that people think it is. The Titans scared me a little bit to start the season because how good they was playing and how bad the Jags was playing. But then shit started to go the way. Trevor Lawrence started to calm down. I had to remember, this is his true rookie year, because that bullshit that he happened last year, that's a wash. I had to give my guy a chance to get right, and my guy done got right. Travis Etienne is a stud. I love what they over there doing with Doug Peterson. I think people kind of over. Now, I do like Dougie Doug, but I'm not dumb. Doug had a whole bunch of talent on that Eagles team. Nowhere near that same amount of talent on this team. So I'm not naive to think like Doug is not. I think they're going to get to the playoffs, but I don't think as good as he is, him alone is not about the Jags. I don't see the Jags and think they are better than most of these. And now, I do think they could get the Ravens if Lamar don't play. I think they could get the Ravens if Lamar do play, because it ain't nobody to throw it to. But Lamar almost beat them the other week. If the defense had played better, the Ravens win that game. So I also think what's that other team? I'm not giving them the Cincinnati one. But I will give them the Patriots one. If the Patriots come in and play, I think they could beat the Patriots too, but I don't think they'll play the Patriots because two wild card teams ain't playing each other. Nonetheless, I'm taking Jacksonville. I haven't heard or read reports if Tannehill was playing in this game, so I'm just going to take it as he's still not playing in this game. Now just watch Tennessee, Derrick Henry go out here and run for 200 damn yards. I don't think that's going to happen, but just watch how my luck happens, bro. And somehow this bullshit. I'm taking Jacksonville because I think Trevor Lawrence and them boys. And, hey, technically, Doug Peterson have to. I don't know why I call him Doug Monroe. Doug Peterson got it. I know he telling this team, got to be telling them, this is our playoffs. The playoffs started already for us. This is our first playoff game. Because if we lose this game, that is our season. So I have to imagine Jacksonville is going to understand the importance of this game. Because this ain't no, if we lose, somebody else can do this and that. No. If we lose, we out. We're headed home. Well, we staying home. We packing the bags. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if Jacksonville and them players got their bags packed before the game already, that's a bad sign. But I know them boys is built different. I know that's not the case. Them boys just got their bags packed ahead to wherever the fuck they've got to play next week. That's what I think. It might be Kansas City. I'm not for sure. Or Cincinnati or Buffalo. It's not going to be Buffalo. I don't know who getting the first place in the AFC. It's going to be between KC or the Bills. I'm not sure which one will get it, though. But I think it's KC. Hold up. Where the Bills at, bro? Because the Bills play. Let me see the Bills record real quick. Yeah, the Bills 12-3. So I think if KC win against Vegas, KC get the first place in the. So I changed that. Go back to that Vegas pick. No, sir. I'm taking KC, my boy. Because KC definitely want that to stay the KC Invitational. Yes, sir. KC, get for Mahomes playing. Because you can rest next week, my boy. I'm taking KC to beat Vegas. I'm changing that. Change alert. I'm taking KC, bro. That game just got hella important. Sunday games. So I'm taking KC in that early game, and I'm taking Jacksonville in that late game. Sunday football games. We already talked about the Sunday night game, but Sunday football games now. These are the 1 o'clock games and the 4 o'clock games. The New York Jets head to Miami to take on the Miami Dolphins. Now, this game don't matter for the Jets. Now, it can matter in the sense that we want to ruin the game or a playoff opportunity for Miami, but who gives a fuck about that? Miami have to win this game. Now, they not guaranteed a playoff spot just because they win this game, because if they win this game and the Patriots win their game, they miss the playoffs. What they have going for them is the fact that the Patriots got to play against Buffalo in Buffalo. So Miami need to win this fucking game because it is a great chance that Buffalo win that game. However, Buffalo is dealing with this DeMar Hamlin thing. That team still could be feeling. Now, I understand people saying, oh, they could go out there and play for DeMar. They could also be feeling some type of way still. Not in like a negative way, but they could still be like, that could still be heavy on their hearts and shit. So it could still possibly, and I understand people saying, well, they got a job to do. Bro, people take these type of sick days for when people die, and I understand DeMar didn't die, but people take days off just because they mentals is not right all the time. Asking these players to just get through it because you get paid a lot is just fucking insane to me. But nonetheless, that's a tricky game to pick because if none of this was hanging over Buffalo right now, like if none of this was happening, I would easily take Buffalo. But I don't know how those players come into that game. It's easy to say, yeah, we're going to want to play for DeMar. But it's easy for them to get sidetracked and, still not totally all be there focused on this game. So I think I'm going to still take Buffalo in that game. And I know I just skipped all the way from Miami to the Buffalo game. But I'm taking Buffalo in that game, and I'm taking Miami in this game. So this Miami win might not even matter because I'm taking Buffalo. But if New England wins that game, then Miami misses. No. So this do matter because if Buffalo win, Miami is in if they win also, because then that would knock New England out. So if Miami can win, which is important because I do think they will win this game, even though they don't have Tua starting. I don't even know who they got starting. I think they just signed Mike Glennon. But I do think they'll find a way to win this game. Then New England, I got losing to Buffalo, meaning Miami would make it. However, if Miami lose and New England lose, I think New England, no. So if Miami lose and New England lose and Pittsburgh win, Pittsburgh is in. It is a good chance that Pittsburgh could make the fucking playoffs somehow, bro. And I hate that because Miami's quarterback situation is tricky. And before I made that pick, I didn't think about that quarterback situation. So I actually probably am about to change this fucking pick for Miami. Because I actually don't think Miami is about to win this game. I think the Jets going to win this game. And that's another switched pick I done made. Because I'm taking the Jets to actually win that game. Because I think the Jets defense will play good. I know they about to pack up and be home and it's about to end their season. But I think they'll play a good game against whoever Miami got playing quarterback. And if Tua not playing and Bridgewater can't play, it's no way I'm finna take a third string quarterback to come in and light up the Jets. And it's the last game of the season for Mike White. He could go out there throwing that shit all over the yard. So I'm definitely taking the Jets to win that game. Carolina heads to New Orleans. This is a meaningless game. Both of these teams is eliminated from the playoffs. I appreciate both of these teams' players for their services this year, for the dedication, the hard work they put into entertaining people on a weekly basis, fighting for a common goal. I understand they did not quite, and this is included with the Jets and the Vegas Raiders too. I appreciate all the men from all those teams for putting on a hell of an effort this year, putting their bodies, their minds on the line for our entertainment. I truly do appreciate that, fellas. A round of applause to you guys. You guys made the season great. We appreciate that for that. But with that being said, Carolina, New Orleans, game has no meaning. Both teams is headed home after this one. That is the season. I feel bad because Carolina and them boys got to fly back. New Orleans and them boys just packing up and going home after this. I'm going to take New Orleans to win this game. I think this is the point where Carolina need to lose this because now they do need to try to get as good a draft pick as possible because maybe a quarterback do fall to you in the draft. So I'm going to take Carolina to – I'm going to take Carolina. I'm going to take New Orleans to win this game at home for the simple reason I think it could be a little bit of Carolina players ready to go home now and Carolina needing – and I saw that report of Carolina might hire, they looking into Jim Harbaugh as the head coach of that team. And I just think it's absolutely wild that Steve Wilkes probably is not getting the head coaching job there. I mean, that's just crazy. And if he don't get the job there, I mean, damn, who going to hire him? After the job he just did? I mean, I just think that's wild. But Jeff Saturday, that's neither here nor there. Tampa Bay, Atlanta, this game does not matter also either because Tampa Bay has already won the division. Atlanta is... I think Atlanta going – now, I think they said Brady and them boys playing in this game. I'm taking Tampa Bay to win this game. I think Atlanta mentally checked out. I think they're ready to go ahead and pack it up also. And they could be competing with Carolina to improve their spot in the draft also. Also with Vegas, who got a 6-win team. These are the type of teams they competing with to try to get a better spot in the draft. And I think that's what it could come down to because you got teams like Indy, Chicago, you know, the Texans, who they definitely getting them top 3 spots in the draft. But I think Seattle going to end up getting the top pick in the draft, too, because of that Russell Wilson trade. And Buffalo only got, Denver only got 4 wins. Where Denver at on this paper? Hell yeah, Denver 4-12. Bro, Seattle going to probably get a top 5 pick in the draft. That's nuts. That's pretty wild. But this Tampa Bay Atlanta game, I'm taking Tampa Bay. I don't think Atlanta gonna really put up too much of a fight in this game. I could be wrong, but I just think this is one of them games where it's the end of the season. Ain't nobody trying to get hurt to end it. Trying to get out there safe, get that last check, and be out this bitch. Minnesota heads to Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears. I think they said Justin Fields not playing in this last game. That's insane to me, but who cares? I'm taking Minnesota to win this game. They'll probably not play Kirk Cousins, but I still think they'll be the better. They the better. They defense not good either, but I think they'll end up being a better. Now I don't know if this will affect Minnesota moving up or down in the standings. Obviously, it could if other teams lose, but I'm not finna get into all that right now because I ain't got to sit in front of you. But I'm going to take Minnesota to win this game. It's a couple games on here this week that there's going to be a lot of sleepers. Like people, you hope they end up being good games, obviously, but that's what you're doing, hoping they end it because there's no value or meaning or nothing on the line in most of these games. I'm not about to read off the record because I haven't been doing that shit for none of the other teams. Cleveland, the Browns, they head to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Now, this is an important game because the Pittsburgh Steelers have to win. If Pittsburgh loses this game, they are out of the playoffs. They have no chance to make it. And they are holding on by a thread. However, if Pittsburgh can win this game and Miami lose and New England lose, Pittsburgh will make the playoffs because all those teams are 8-8 right now. If Miami lose, they fall to 8-9. If New England lose, they fall to 8-9. If the Pittsburgh Steelers win, they will move to 9-8. Avoid a under 500 season for Mike Tomlin that felt like it was just guaranteed once again this year. And these motherfuckers will somehow make it into the playoffs. And that is a credit to Mike Tomlin. That defense, bro, J.J. Watt and Cameron. I know everybody talk about, not J.J. Watt. Everybody talk about T.J. Watt, and rightfully so. To me, T.J. Watt is the comp. The reason I don't say Nick Bosa, I think Nick Bosa is a defensive player of the year, but I'm not walking around saying he the best defensive player in the league because I actually think T.J. Watt, when healthy, is better than him. Nobody is better than Aaron Donald to me. But when you're talking about outside pass rushers, I think Nick Bosa is a top 5, top 3 outside pass rusher. I think T.J. Watt is the best outside pass rusher. Myles Garrett would be second for me. Nick Bosa would probably be third for me. And I'm not talking about dudes who play off of the line like Khalil Mack. I'm talking about dudes who play the line. But in this Jesus Christ, oh my goddamn. But Pittsburgh, they don't talk about also when you talk about TJ Watt, people gotta talk about that big dog. Cam Hayward, absolute fucking stud. Those two dudes make this Pittsburgh defense so fucking good, bro. It's crazy. If both of those two dudes dominate, Pittsburgh gonna have a chance because the defense gonna dominate. It's absolutely insane how much those two dudes affect the entirety of this defense. Them two walking Hall of Famers right now. I'm just telling you right now, those is two walking Hall of Famers. I remember when the Pittsburgh negotiations was going on with TJ Watt. Could you imagine if they had to let this motherfucker walk, bro? That probably would have been the stupidest thing they ever did. Boy, I wish they had to let his ass walk right on to Baltimore. But I'm taking Pittsburgh to win this game, with all that being said. I think Tomlin going to avoid 500, and I actually think that New York going to lose. I think Miami going to lose, and I think New England going to lose. And I think the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers is going to make the playoffs. And that is just an ultimate testament to Mike Tomlin. The New England Patriots in Buffalo, we just talked about that when I got Buffalo winning that game. Like I said, it's a tough game to pick because you don't know mentally where all the players are going to be at. But I'm just going to go out on a limb and take them in this game because I think they're the better team. And that's no slack to New England's defense that's been playing a great game. If Buffalo come into this game and not fully prepared to play, New England can steal one. And if they win this game, then Pittsburgh, it won't matter if they win or lose. Because if New England wins or Miami win, then Pittsburgh is eliminated. But I'm taking Buffalo to win that game. Baltimore, Cincinnati. I think they said Cincinnati going to be resting players, but I'm not for sure if that was the proper report. If Cincinnati is playing Joe Burrow, I'm taking Cincinnati. Psych, the fuck this look like. Taking Baltimore, bro. I told you, bro. I don't pick against my team. I'm gonna easily eat this L, bro. Pause. I know we gonna lose this fucking game. I'm still take us anyways. Horde offense and all. Let's just move on, bro. I have to pick my own fucking team. I'm moving on. Houston, Indy, a game that does not matter. Neither of these two teams can make the playoffs. Indy actually need to lose this game to try to improve their draft stock because they are battling with another team. Where that team at? In Denver with 4 wins. Well, not Denver, actually. Seattle. Because Seattle is going to get Denver's pick. Denver got 4 wins. The Colts got 4 wins. I actually think the Colts going to find a way to win this fucking game. I think Houston is not about to fuck up getting that number 1 pick. If Houston win this game, they will now lose that number 1. They could possibly lose it to Chicago, or they could possibly lose it to another team. No, just Chicago. I don't think they're going to leave that up for chance. I think Houston losing this game. This is the biggest game of the season for Houston. Do the right thing, Houston. Do the right thing. You sucked all season to get to this number 1 pick, bro. Do not blow that shit now being stupid. So I'm taking Indy to win this game. And who knows how Indy end up winning this game. Probably a run the ball like crazy. Dallas heads to Washington in a game. I think this game mattered for Dallas because if the Eagles lose, I think Dallas can win the division if they win. So this actually is an important game. But I don't even know if Jalen Hurts is back. And this is going to be an important game for the Giants. For Philly, because they play the Giants. So I said it wasn't a lot of important games, boy. It's actually a fucking lot of important games on this slate, Mo. But look. I'm taking Dallas to win this game, obviously. They starting a rookie for Washington. Damn, that Philly one going to be interesting because Dallas going to win this. They're going to move to 13-4. I don't know how the fuck they going to take first place from Philly by Philly losing this because the series was split, so it must be strength of schedule or some shit. Either way, the next game on the slate, I'm taking Dallas in that game. The Rams and Seattle Seahawks. The Rams have nothing to play for other than they like beating Seattle. Sean McVay just like beating Seattle. I hope Sean McVay don't retire. That'd just be ignorant in my opinion. You too good a head coach to retire off of this shaky year. This was an abnormal year. This is probably never going to happen again with Sean McVay. So, my boy, stop bullshitting. Don't try to retire. But I don't think Seattle winning this game. And I think Seattle going to put – I don't know what it is, bro. I understand Seattle eked out a win earlier this year against the Rams. But somehow, and I understand how my disdain for Baker. But I think this, I'm just going off of what I saw on the shows today. Because the Packers are in a win and you are in situation, Seattle can win this game and still not make the playoffs if the Packers win. However, let's say that's wrong. If Seattle is the team that needs to win and you're in, then I'm taking Seattle. I don't know how they're going to do it because I just know, I'm not taking Seattle. Seattle need to win, period. But I'm taking the Rams because I just cannot pick the Rams. I can't pick Seattle against the Rams, bro. I know what I done seen. And people say, well, that's when they had Russ. Yeah, Pete Carroll still looked bad against the Rams earlier this year without Russ. If not for the Rams being as bad as they are offensively this year, the Rams going to get right back to kicking the Seahawks' ass next year unless the Seahawks go get a quarterback in the draft. And that's no shots at Geno. Oh, but before I get past this, because I'm taking the Rams to win this game, but I want to say to the players on the Rams, to the players on the Washington Commanders, to the players on the Houston Texans, and let me hold off on the Houston Texans and the Colts for a minute. To the players on the Cleveland Browns, to the players on those teams. Appreciate your dedication, putting your bodies, your minds, your physical health, and all those different type of things on the line. Not for the dollar. For everybody's entertainment. People love to say, oh, they only do it for the money. And you would do it for the money too, motherfucker. But these dudes is out here trying to put on a show for us on a weekly basis, and I appreciate you. I understand the seasons didn't go the way that you went, but the compensation is the bread. I understand your goals were not met, and I know y'all going to be pissed off of that. But let the bread that you made from going to war on a weekly basis for 18 weeks be enough to hold you over till you get to take this opportunity again next year, hopefully. So I appreciate your services. To the Houston Texans and Indy, this was a fucking shame. I do appreciate y'all men putting y'all bodies on the line, but this shit was a catastrophe. I'm not finna sit here and lie and say, oh, I enjoyed watching those. It was not a single game that I enjoyed watching from these two teams. And the most points the Colts scored in the game, somehow they still found a way to let the team come back from 33 down and win that game against them. A complete catastrophe for both teams. But I do want to say thank you to those players. It was not an enjoyable season for you or for the viewers, but we appreciate you putting your bodies on the line to actually go out there and try. We know things didn't go the way you planned it. We know things didn't go the way you planned it, but we appreciate the effort. And that's 100. The Arizona Cardinals, you can add them to the list of teams that we also appreciate. The Denver Broncos, we also appreciate those two teams. The players on those two teams. And the Denver Broncos, I know it was a turbulent season, but I got faith Russ going to get this thing turned around next year. I got faith they're going to turn this thing around next year. To the Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray just had successful surgery. Hoping him a speedy recovery. Appreciate them boys, them men, for putting their bodies on the line on a week. We understand the season did not end and go the way of which you planned it. Let the money be the compensation that soothes you over until next season. We appreciate you for putting your bodies on the line. At least I do, for our entertainment. And I hope you boys heal up and is ready to do it again next year. Arizona heads into San Francisco to take on the 49ers. I do not think Brock Purdy is going to be benched. I think he is playing in this game. And I'm taking I'm taking San Francisco to win this game because even without Brock Purdy, I think they win this game because they are just a better team. And they are not a team that is reliant on needing a quarterback to have a great game to win the game, even though Brock Purdy been balling. So I'm taking San Fran. Plus, Arizona's just a bad team, bro. Plus, Arizona need to keep trying to lose too, even though I don't think they're going to try to replace Kyler Murray, even though Kyler is not going to be ready to start the season next year. So that's going to be interesting what they do in the draft with their draft pick. The tennis, I don't know why I started to read the record. The Chargers head into Denver to take on the Denver Broncos. I'm interested if the Chargers will play Justin Herbert or not. I'm very interested because I don't know if they can move up or not. I think they can only be a wild card. Yeah, because they can't win their division. They won't finish with a better record than the Bengals. Yeah, I think the Chargers' playoff spot is set, and I don't think they're gonna finish less. Well, they could end up moving down if the Ravens win and they lose, but I don't think that's that significant. I'm taking the Chargers to win this game, even if they don't play. I really don't know if they're gonna be playing. I think they're gonna play them, so I'm taking the Chargers to beat Denver. I think the season is over for Denver. I don't think they're not gonna play hard. I actually think Denver is one of the rare teams where they actually gonna try to play hard to the last whistle of the season, because that's the type of season they done had. So this will be a competitive game, but I'm going to take the Chargers to win it. And the Giants in Philadelphia is the last game, because I already talked about the Sunday night game between Detroit and Green Bay. I think Jalen Hurts is playing, because this is an important game. If Philly lose this, and they can move to the wild card spot. So I think Philly is going to play Jalen Hurts. And if Jalen Hurts play, I'm taking Philly. If Jalen Hurts does not play, I still kind of want to take Philly, even though I'm not a fan of Garner at all. I'm taking the Eagles. Even if Jalen Hurts don't play. I think they'll find a way to win this game and lock up the first place in the NFC. And with that being said, that is all the teams for Week 18, Saturday and Sunday football. I appreciate y'all for joining me. I truly do. Like, subscribe, share. Listen, you can choose to be anything in the world. So choose to be kind. Tell somebody you fuck with them. Tell somebody you love them. Saint out.
Winning has a price. And leadership has a price. So I pull people along when they didn't want to be pulled. I challenge people when they don't want to be challenged.
I got the moves like hot sauce. Lil' mama taking the top off. I'm laying down getting topped off. After this, she know she getting knocked off. I know she loving the money, so I keep on thumbing and thumbing. She say she horny when she taking shots, so I keep them coming and coming. Now I'm putting dick in her tummy. Scoop her up like I'm raking or something. You would think shawty red track, the way that she running and running. You getting dumber and dumber. You out here chasing the bone. After she finished from giving me dome, the Uber is taking her home. Tight.